Hey there guys, I'm right now at the moment walking up the local just walking trail up by my buddy's house. Just gonna come up for the evening and set up just a small little camp. I brought a steak with me, all that sort of stuff, so we'll go and cook that, have a meal, have a little setup, have a fire. Have a good evening. What's up guys? So I'm in the woods here now, found a small spot, there's my bag. Right behind us down right here I got a small bit of firewood. Up behind it over right here I have a little bit of wood for the structure. But all I'm in is a small little mossy area with a bunch of half living, half dead trees. You really gotta look above you for whichever ones that are you think is gonna be a widowmaker that's gonna come down on you in the middle of the night. Also another thing that I find great about this area, I don't know if you guys can notice, but right here you can see a run for rabbits. Another one just right here, that one's a better view. You can see where the water has actually frozen down in there from their walks. And then it just continues straight down. There's a good few of them around, so if I ever had to set up a snare to get some food, it'd be possible. And also I just hear an enormous amount of wildlife around me. Birds chirping, squirrels all around. I noticed 2 rabbits on the way in. Yeah, so right now I got this little bit of wood all settled away. I've been using the axe that I actually personally made. It's a Lighthawk head with a cut off on the spike, put onto a wooden handle. Okay, I'll get back to you guys now in a second when I got a bit of the structure made. I'll go over what I'm sort of making before I put the tarp and the boughs that I find on top of it. So here's basically the structure for right now. Since I'm not staying out here tonight, I don't really want to take too many boughs down. So I just got a few just to break the wind off of my back. Basically all I have done, show you from the front, is there's a log wedge between these trees coming down. I put my body weight on it so I know it's not coming down on me. And then I put some ridge lines, or ridge poles, going down as ribs just to hold it up. Probably get just a few more boughs because you can see through the bottom a little bit better than what you can see through the top. And then I'll set up my fire in the middle here. And I picked this middle area basically for the factor of it's got a little bit of a clearing right there, so it won't come up and hit the trees if I have the flames too high. Yeah, so that's basically how I would build it just for a quick overnight. If I want something in case of a storm, I would get something with a lean coming down towards the fire, because then the heat comes up into your shelter and back down towards your feet area. In this predicament right here, it's just coming off the fire, bouncing back, and then just coming straight down at you. It's not really holding in there at all because it's all just coming straight up with the boughs. Okay, for this next part, we're gonna get the fire started. I got just a few more boughs down right there behind. I took some moss out of the area right here. The ground's completely frozen, so I'm not really afraid of burning any roots or anything like that. My hands are actually getting really cold as we speak. Basically, all I have is a small burn log, as you would put in your fireplace or anything like that. You can just buy them at our local Rossi's for $1. It's just a small little bag with it in it. And then I have a little pouch with a little bit of lint from the dryer. So you go and just puff that stuff up. It just basically works as a cotton ball. Take that, put that down below it, on top, and then I'm just gonna get this closer so you can have a look at it. Okay, so we have our flint and steel here. I go and disconnect one of them so it makes it a bit easier. Strike. My small little flint rod just stays on my keychain. And a tiny little knife. Put a light there. I guess that's good enough then. So let's just give that 1 second to get going by itself. I try to use different knives and all that stuff, just a tiny little one for my flint rod, because no one really wants to get their flint rods, or their actual knives, dulled up because of the flint. And right here I got a few of these small logs to be able to essentially just put that over it. Yeah, it's a small little cheat. Most people would just use flint and birch bark or something to get it going. But that's what I would usually do in the summertime. And now here that it's winter, everything's pretty frozen. I like to use basically the fast way around it. Go to the local store, grab some fire logs, and this is how quick it gets going basically. Now I'm just gonna flick a good amount on for it to get started. Just bigger logs down bottom. No, this is not all the firewood I have. You've seen how much I have behind me. I've been just going around, picking up all the dead logs that are around and, well, trying to look for the ones that are leaned up against the trees and all this stuff, because you don't want the ones that are laying down, because they're just soaking up all the water. So you guys can actually see me. You don't want the ones that are laying down, because they're just soaking up all the water and everything as it falls. You don't want to get ones that are too living. Basically, my rule is you're going around to a tree like this. If it just snaps off. Why'd you fall? Okay. If it just snaps off the tree, like how that did, just real easy, then it's good for fire. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here for this little bit now. Tend to this fire like it's a little baby, keep on feeding it until she turns into an evil teenager and tries to burn everything down. This is the camp right here. Later on in the night, if I was staying out here, I'd make this a long fire so that when I'm inside my my sleeping shelter, it would be coming at me from all ends to warm me up. As you can see, the fire log in there got her going good. I used as much dead dry as I could find. Like I was saying about the stuff that just snaps off. You're going up against trees, see all this stuff? Just breaks as you put your hand over it. Then you know that that's dry enough to flick into your fire. Let's watch you guys up a little bit. Okay, so basically all I wear when I go out is I have an Army Reserves jacket. Keeps me insanely warm. Underneath this is just a camping sweater that I got at a local camping store. It's just regular. It actually feels like an Under Armour sweater. Polyester, I guess you call it. I've never checked. And underneath that is actually an Army wool sweater. So that's insanely warm on my body. And then is just a long sleeve gray shirt. Down below, back up if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, down below, I essentially just have jeans on. Underneath the jeans are a pair of long johns and then a pair of wool long john sort of things also. They're really warm. I can lean down and I won't feel any of the cold on my knees. For shoes, right now all I have are my waterproof Timberland boots on that I purchased not too long ago from a new store that's in our malls called Journey. For our gloves, like how I said, are my Coleman ones, Columbia ones, and they're insanely warm, mainly for their space fabric, space blanket stuff, you could say, on it. And then I got my hat on, my Bass Pro tournament hat. Tell me that ain't a beautiful sight. I'm just gonna show you a small tip for when you're breaking your wood. This stuff, yes, it is small enough that if I wanted to, I could just use my knee. Sorry about that, I got a text in. But I'm not really using large stuff at the moment. But if you wanted to, just stuff out their way. If you wanted to, you take the stick, put it between two trees that are next to each other. Tree over there. On the other side, and you just pull. No matter what the size of the tree, leverage always helps. So you'll just essentially just always have it going good until you get down to the bottom. Each time it's going to get a little bit harder and harder, mainly because you're getting less and less leverage. Now it also works better when you have room to move around. I got trees and everything up against me. Yeah, you can do that essentially with anything. The leverage is the main thing that you want in it, because the leverage is the thing that makes it easier to be able to push it around. Of the outdoors. Oh, there's actually 3 of them. If anyone knows what type of bird this is, please do tell. There's a red one, and then a yellow one. Oh, I just crunched this